Hello everyone. Today I thought I would do a reading at home video. I've seen other YouTubers do videos where they just kind of sit and read at home. I'm doing this today because I just finished this book, The Potion Masters The Transparency Tonic. I was reading this book for like 2 weeks. It came out yesterday, Wednesday. And I wanted to get a review up before then, but I was kind of taking my time reading it. And Katrina, who read the first book after I did last month, she's been like bugging me to finish this because I only read books when I'm on my commute. I take the train to and from work, and if it's like nice out, I will read while I am walking to and from the train stations. So I don't get a lot of reading done if I'm at home for a few days because I just kind of sit and watch Netflix and Hulu all night. But Katrina pointed out, why don't you just read at home instead of watching Hulu and Netflix? So I was like, why not? So yeah, I kind of just thought maybe I would try reading at home tonight, like exclusively reading at home. No Netflix, no Hulu until Katrina gets home. I have a bunch of stuff to read. I have so many arcs for the year already. The new year just started and I have like 6 books I have to review. A lot of them are coming up in February. One of them already came out. So I kind of need to like marathon read to get book reviews up before the books come out, which is kind of the goal a little bit. Another thing is I didn't really read for myself as much as I wanted to last year. I read 24-ish books last year. A little over half of them were for review's sake, which I want to read the books that I want to review, but at the same time there are books that are like old, that aren't, you know, brand new books from publishers that I still want to read. And I have so many comics. I have a whole stack of things. I got a bunch of books for Christmas that I haven't had time to touch yet. So I thought maybe if I set aside like one night a week and I just spend the whole time reading, maybe I'll get more reading done. So yeah, we'll see. Currently I am reading this. It is Kaiju Max. This is an American comic book inspired by Japanese tokusatsu, giant monsters, giant robots, that kind of thing. It's called Kaiju Max because they are in a kaiju super prison. It is on an island. The wardens can all transform into like Ultraman heroes. There's like cavity searches, but it's like humans going inside of giant monster butts like their tunnels. It's weird and fun. I've finished 2 chapters so far. I'm gonna finish it right now. And we'll see what I read after that. So I will update you guys when I'm done reading this, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I just finished reading Kaiju Max. I kind of realized why I don't like reading at home. The couch we have is not very comfortable. It's a new couch and we bought it online and we didn't test it out, and it's very uncomfortable. And then I moved to the bedroom. When I read like comics and ebooks on my tablet, it's great. That's wonderful. Reading physical books laying down on a couch in bed is I haven't found a way that's comfortable for me yet. That's a big reason why I don't read at home a lot. Let's talk about Kaiju Max. I'm gonna be honest, I saw this on a shelf at a comic shop in New York and I just added it to my wish list and didn't do any other research. I very rarely do research into things I want to read like that. I just saw the cover and thought, cute, fun, goofy tokusatsu type comic. It's a comic about kaiju jail. It's prison. There's wardens and there's cell blocks and, you know, different gangs rise up among giant monsters. It's not all ages at all. This is, I wouldn't say rated M for mature, but there's just some things that I wasn't expecting in this. The back does say suggested for mature readers, and it also says prison drama, and so not even a comedy. Yeah, it's very much like every cliche trope you see in like a prison movie, but with giant monsters, which is half the joke, I guess. There's the people who work in the kitchen, and there's drug smuggling, and there's the crooked guards, and there's even a drop the soap moment, which is like a huge character arc the whole book, and I was not expecting that at all. There are some trigger warnings in this. This is not a book for everyone. That being said, the world building and like the tokusatsu references and stuff were really cool. The monsters were all neat. They were fun designs. The guards, and we meet like the superhero force outside of the prison. They're all really cool. I would love to read a tokusatsu type book set in this universe from this author, just not one set in prison. While I'm here, I'm going to talk about The Potion Masters, which I finished yesterday. I haven't written a review of it yet, so I might as well talk about it now. This is actually the sequel to this book, the first one. So Potion Masters is a middle grade fantasy sci-fi adventure children's. When I first heard the title, I kind of thought it was like what hasn't been done yet. Like I could picture like executives in suits kind of thinking like, we've had wizards and we've had vampires. What about potions? Let's make a whole book series about potions. And maybe that is what happened, but the writer like took it and ran with it. If there's more books about potions out there, this is probably the best one. And yeah, the potion elements are really all up. The potion stuff is really just great. Usually potions in fiction, it's just, you know, a bunch of stuff in a pot, melts, whatever, and then the liquid gets poured into a vial, you throw the vial, you drink the vial, whatever, stuff happens. But here the potions kind of go in any possible direction that you could think of mixing ingredients would do. There's kinds that you rub on your skin, or you put in your hair, or you bury, or you hide in the walls, and you can use them to control people and do this and that, and there's all kinds of different potions. And there's a huge ensemble cast. The main character is not an orphan, unlike most middle grade YA books. He's got a big family. His mom works for the company called Brew, which kind of is like a governing body of the potion community. His grandpa is like an evil supervillain, and so they're kind of hunting him down a little bit, but there's other bad guys, and we are cutting around a lot more often than I usually see in books like this. Usually you stay with the main character a lot, but here it's like every other chapter is like someone else. My biggest complaint reading this was that there are two kind of best friend characters, and they feel very Ron and Hermione, very, okay, books like this have us two sidekicks, a boy and a girl, we gotta have that too. But halfway through, the girl is kind of pushed to the side because she's just irrelevant. And the boy character, Max, he kind of becomes more of like a sidekick. And it feels less, you know, you gotta have Ron and Hermione there because you do. And more, these characters are here because they serve a purpose. The girl isn't important here. She's just, we're not gonna have her there. Because there's nothing worse than characters who are in a story and have nothing to do. And the characters here all have something to do. So the sequel is, it's a sequel. More characters, villains, new stuff, new potions. This one really got more sci-fi than I was expecting. When I read the first book, it felt very kind of Harry Potter-ish in that old ancient fantasy magic has kind of risen into modern times. So characters wear jeans and have cell phones, but they're still, you know, witches brewing in a cauldron. In this one, the world building kind of made it a bit more sci-fi modernized. Like at one point they mentioned how the mom has contact lenses that like project like augmented reality recipes in her eyes. Which is never mentioned again. I think this book, to sum it up, feels more like it's about chemistry than alchemy. But the potions, there's a lot more fun, weird potions. They make up potions. And like I said before, it's not just liquid in a bottle. One of them is a kind of cheese. He basically brews cheese. And there's just all kinds of weird stuff like that. And there's more just evolving the cast of characters, and more stuff happens with the family and the friends. The girl who was sort of irrelevant in the first book is a bit more relevant now. Just a lot of fun. Great book. If you like middle grade fantasy, sci-fi kind of stuff like that, it feels very Harry Potter meets, I want to say Artemis Fowl, but that kind of has a lot of fairies running around, so I wouldn't really say that. I don't know. So yeah, if you like potions, these are the best books about potions ever. It is almost 9 o'clock. Other than dinner, I did nothing tonight except read Kaiju Max. Because I'm doing a video, I also moved lights around and stuff, and set up the camera and had to charge batteries and stuff. So I'd probably get more reading done if I wasn't doing that. I could probably read a whole trade paperback in like an hour, but it took me almost 3 hours because of all that other stuff. I do have blog work and stuff to do, so I don't know if I'm going to start reading anything else. Yeah, but I have a whole stack of things to read, so I'm definitely going to try to read more at home this year, and maybe try to film some of it. I wish it didn't take so long to set up lights, but by the time I get home, it is dark outside. Hopefully in the spring and summer, when the sun starts setting later in the day, I can maybe get more stuff filmed during the weekday, but that's really why I kind of don't film videos that often, and why I kind of just lounge around on Netflix, because it's just so depressing outside. It is gross, it is cold, it is dark all the time, but yeah, we'll see. I will put links in the description to all the stuff I read and mentioned today. Let me know in the comments if you like this sort of day-in-the-life reading vlog. I've seen other people do this, and I thought maybe I should do this too. Yeah, have a good day.